Right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Go ahead and talk about what we are doing this week, which is all about reviewing and testing. I know on Monday I really pushed for people to make sure they're reviewing first. Don't just jump into the test. If you hadn't had an opportunity to do anything, or maybe you just, you missed Monday's class or whatever, please make sure that you're doing something as far as reviewing before taking the test. That's at least, getting your notes kind of together, making sure that, all your past assignments are done. Make sure every week you've done those practice problems. Those things are going to prep you for this test. So don't just wing it and just start the test, give it your best shot. And then that's 1 out of your 2 chances to do well on it, right? Also, the other thing I really want to push again is don't take the test, even if you've prepped for it, right? If you've prepped for it or not, don't take the test and then immediately jump into the retest. Give yourself at least a day to kind of decompress, let that stress kind of go away, look at some material some more, look at the problems that you missed, things like that. Then come back in and retest maybe the next day. It always kind of scares me. It never really goes well for a lot of people when they take the test and then immediately just open the retest and 10 minutes later. That's a little scary. So those are your 2 chances, so don't waste them. The review is here. So this is straight out of the textbook. My video tutorial is just me going through the review and just kind of highlighting things from each section. So completing this review is basically, even though I'm not collecting it, it's a requirement, right? Make sure you do those review problems. Again, that'll prep you for the test. The solutions manual is here as well. That's all the review problems worked out. That's all the steps, all the answers. So at the very least, if you're doing the review problems, you don't want to watch the video tutorial, have that solutions manual open. Next week's stuff is unlocked as of today. We are jumping into Unit 5, which the title seems a little scary. The nth roots, radicals, and rational exponents. So this is all focusing on exponents. Nth roots is just a fancy way to just say, any root. So the square root, the cubed root, the 5th root, the 20th root, it doesn't matter. Nth roots is just kind of an algebraic definition of just saying whatever root. So you'll be looking at cubed roots, 4th roots, square roots, things like that, 5th roots. So don't be thrown off by that definition there. Of course, everything's the same as every other week. So I know we're probably getting sick of hearing this, but the interactive textbook with all the pages and the link to get to it is there. These practice problems, again, make sure you're doing these at a minimum, just the practice problems each week, because again, that's going to prep you for not only the vocab and concepts and the check-in, but it'll prep you for the test that we'll have later on. So make sure you're taking advantage of those practice problems. These extra practices mainly there for when we're starting to prep for the test. You can always go back and access these extra problems that you haven't seen, you haven't done. They're fresh problems, but you're more than welcome to look at them next week if you would like. Vocab and concepts and check-in, both of these are due Sunday, March 28th by 11:59 p.m. And then, of course, as a support for you guys, solutions manual is here. That's all the problems in the entire textbook. For lesson 5.1, that's here. The steps and the answers. So take advantage of those. If you're doing a problem and you're confused, your first step should be reaching out to the solutions manual and seeing if you could walk yourself through the problem just based off the information they're giving you. And then my video tutorial, I think part 1 was the lesson. Part 2 was the practice problems. It just kind of got to be a little bit long, so I split it up into 2 separate parts. So. All right, I'm going to let the late people in. Pause myself for any comments. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask any questions. All right. Not seeing anything in the chat, so I'm assuming everybody's good to go. Thanks, Liam. Go ahead and get to work, start reviewing, take that test this week, knock it out by Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Make sure you email me if you have any questions. If something's not looking right in your Skyward account, if you can't access something, if something's not opening for you, any problems, just shoot me an email and I'll respond to you right away. I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, just hang back after class. We'll see you next Monday. Thanks, Noe. See you too. Yeah, Ryan, for sure.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye, Andre. Bye, Jade. See ya.
Hey, Mr. Chapman. Thank you.
Yeah, Noe, thank you. See ya.